Come on, here we go. It's Off the Edge with me, your host, Cam Jordan. I mean, super excited. Saints are on a winning streak. You know, it's been a while since we feel like the city has had hope. You know, you back in the public, going to the grocery store, people are like, hey, man, we're showing so much promise. Dang it. I wish we had maybe won a game or two extra. Then we'd be poised to take a real run at not only the division, but a good playoff run. Oh, one game left. We got Atlanta hate week, and I'm just gonna leave it at that because I think that takes care of itself. We got to take care of Trash Atlanta, who just had an exemplary game against the Rams with Bijan Robinson. You know, you got Kirk Cousins, willing and dealing, Kyle Pitts having his one of his greatest seasons yet. I think there's a lot that we have to defend. That being said, it's Can't Atlanta week, and we'll talk about that probably at the end. It's trash. Rivalries here. Beyond that, I think there was a lot of electric games. We had the entire defense dinner on Monday night, watching the trash Atlanta Falcons beat the Rams. Fine, whatever. The day before Sunday, of course, we take care of business in dramatic fashion against the former number one overall pick in Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans, where your boy may have sealed the game, and it was a strip sack fumble, but they didn't call it such. So whatever, fine. Just rob me of what I thought was double digits. It hurts, and we'll get beyond it. Strip sack fumble with no strip sack, just forced fumble for 16 yards. Whatever. I'm here to talk about the guest I'm about to bring on. My people's people. When I got to Cal, I roommated. I had roommated with his older brother. Slept on my couch for a couple weeks before we kicked him out. Made him become his own man. Uh, this guy was always around Cal. Thought he was going to be a phenomenal Cal Bear. Ends up going to UCLA of all sorts. Which fine. Good for him. Got into the NFL, second round pick, 11-year NFL veteran, made a Pro Bowl, been an All Pro. I mean, this guy is technically better than his brother. I think he's a pick higher than him. We're talking about Eric Kendricks. What a hell of a legacy.
Technically better than my brother. I would take that.
Yeah, I mean,
I
you won't
think
say it,
so.
I'll say it.
I think so. But I'll give this to Michael. I've never seen like a more freakish athlete as far as like in the weight room, whatever you're lifting, my brother could lift. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? However high you're jumping, he could jump. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
However fast you want to run, he can run with
Run
you.
fast.
It's like I've never seen anything like it in that sense. But I think I'm a better, I'll take the better player.
Yeah, I mean, just a knack for the ball, knack for the ball. You
I
find
respect
yourself
it.
in every situation. I'm like, man, and he can cover. And I tried to get
Hmm.
you come to the Saints like 3 times, but it's cool. Like, my calls
You didn't
never work.
try.
Bro, I
You never
definitely
try.
tried. I needed you here,
Hey,
back.
true story. Hey, I thought I was actually gonna get drafted by the Saints, actually. I took a visit there, before, the like, is it after the combine, the pre-draft? I took a visit there, and they had 2 picks in the first round my year, and the first one was, like, 20 something, and then the second one was 31, and they were like, "Hey, listen, you're not gonna go past 31." That's what the Saints are telling me, so I'm telling everybody,
You
"Okay,
gonna
well,
switch
I'm
around.
definitely going first round, 31, that's the latest I'll go." But, nope, definitely didn't pick me.
Yeah, that was the good Marshawn Lattimore, Ryan Ramczyk year then, double first round pick.
I don't even know.
Ah, that would have been great, neither here nor there. 11 years in, just we both are Super Bowlless. We faced each other in the playoffs twice.
You think so?
Twice, the Minnesota Miracle.
Minnesota, I think I know so. We beat you guys twice,
No,
once at home,
I mean,
and then once at your home
okay,
with
look,
the
beat.
Little Caesars Dome.
Yeah, beat is a crazy word. The second time, you earned it the first time. The second time, the refs had great aid to send off Kyle Rudolph in great fashion. Major push off. Yeah, but
Mm,
don't forget the push off. And then yeah,
honestly,
yeah, it is what it is.
yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
I'll have nightmares about it for the rest of my life. Like it's fine. But I
Mm,
appreciate you tapping in. How's the locker room over at the Niners? You
man,
know?
awesome. I feel like, it's been really fun. It's been really nice. I mean, I've got along with the guys, really well, and, I feel like I wanna say it's kinda what I expected. I kinda knew a lot of people on the team just from, like, around the league type stuff, so I kinda had an idea that it had a really good locker room, but, like, being part of it for these last couple weeks, it's been like, "Okay, this is really, like this is real deal." Like, people are, who they say they are. People, are about that action,
Right.
and guys like genuinely like care about each other, so it's good.
Yeah, I mean, you sort of know the guys like George Kittle and of course Kyle Juszczyk and of course Brock Purdy, Arizona boy. Really good people. You know, and then of course you talk about the linebacker room. Even whatever the status is, Fred Warner. He was a great player. You're a great player, so it made a lot of sense to me. Um, but beyond that, you know what? I've never talked about this out loud. How the hell did you go to UCLA?
Yeah.
Because
So it's
because Mike
crazy. I'm wondering. I actually
over
I
Cal.
actually was offended by how I was treated by Cal. To be honest, I think
Yeah, that
my
makes sense.
brother. I think that me and my brother were obviously on the lower recruited side as far as coming out of high school to college. Um, my brother gained a lot of weight. He was 230 freshman year or whatever. But when I was getting recruited, I was still kind of sitting around 205, 208. And I think people were nervous if I wasn't gonna put the weight on. I
Mm,
put it on my freshman year, like, just like
easy.
everybody. Yeah, exactly. But um I think people were kind of nervous that I maybe wasn't gonna gain the weight, or they didn't think that I was kind of like the player my brother was. But I'm sitting here like I'm watching Michael play pretty well for the Cal Bears, and I'm like, okay, like it's got to be natural
Yeah.
that I'm up next because I feel like I was balling in high school,
Right.
and it was kind of like an easy pipeline. It was like yeah, I'm already
Easy
there.
pipeline.
It was like my brother's already at school, and so this is the time I started going to camps, and my brother. That's kind of like how he got on the map was he was going to camp from camp to camp and just like outdoing people and getting offers that way. So I kind of started on I saw my brother's trajectory. I was like, all right, bet I got to go to camps. So I started going to camps, and one of the camps that I went to was the Cal camp. I went to a Cal camp. I played pretty. What I thought I had a great day. Just
Right.
like doing drills, one on ones, yada yada yada. But after like the end of the camp, we had a race, and I remember winning the race and then being like, as soon as I won the race, I'm like, that
I'm
was it,
good.
right? They know that
Right.
I'm certified. I just won the race, like, and I just never heard from him. Never heard from him. And I'm like, I went to the Cal camp out of a formality. My brother was
Right.
there.
My brother's
They
already here.
I don't have to use the recruiting tickets because I'm getting the players tickets. You know what I mean? Like it was like
No
I'm
doubt.
already in the building. I'm already in the locker room. I know the coaches. Like
They
I'm
know
literally
me.
they're checking in on me. Like, but I was just I never got that recruitment from Cal. They never even like try to pursue me. I saw more interest through Fresno State, Washington State, Nevada, Arizona State, Stanford, and
UCLA
UCLA
into the
for
chat.
sure.
What the
But
hell?
it was like I was low recruited. Like I said, I'm not like the people I told you was pretty much whoever I was in contact with. Like
Right.
those were the teams. So UCLA came on, and the guy who recruited me was just kind of like, listen, he kind of just stayed on me and was like, listen, we don't have an offer for you yet, but I'm going to battle for you. And eventually I got that offer, and my dad went there, and the rest is history.
No doubt. Rest in peace, big boss.
I wanted to go to UCLA, but I like when my brother was at Cal, it kind of felt
It's
like I
it
should have
makes
been with you
it
guys too.
yeah, it makes this perfect sense, bro. You were already there.
And
Well,
it would have been hard for me to not to get a Cal offer and not entertain it to like not be
no,
my
the
front runner.
Kendrick
Yeah.
brothers at linebacker would have been
Like
tough.
I would have told you being like, "Oh no, I don't want to go there," like because my brother was there, but
Right.
it would have for sure been my top because I was like, "This is cool." Like
Why not?
I
Yeah.
know.
The takeover. Bro, Cal did a
What
did he
but what was your top school besides Cal? Like what were your it was probably
you
USC.
no, USC didn't offer me. U of A.
Really?
I'm a
Okay.
3-star, bro. U of
Oh, me too,
A,
me too, me too, me
Oregon
too.
Star.
Okay,
You know what
say
I'm saying?
less. Say
Hey,
less, say less.
hey, I had to go to the old Spark
We gotta get
camps and
it.
turn it to the
Yeah,
Nike camps. Hey, I had to earn mine. Yeah.
bro, my brother at those camps, my brother was like, "Listen, Eric, I know you're a nice guy, but like you need to cut every single kid in line and you need to
Right.
cut them over and over and over and over." And I that's exactly what I did. I
You're
made
like,
sure
hell
that
yeah.
I had the most reps out of everybody. I cut
Yeah.
everybody in line, and it got me in school.
Yeah. Hey, shoot. Took you D1, took you to the
Took me to what?
NFL. You know what I'm saying? UCLA is Jordan certified, that like that's tough.
It is
Like,
tough.
that's tough. I remember, bro. I remember I got the offer from UCLA, and then literally, I was like, "Yo, y'all my first visit." They're like, "Yeah, you gonna commit to us?" I was like, "No, I'm not gonna commit to y'all." They're like, "We're gonna pull the offer." I was like, "Damn, do what you got to do, dog."
Yeah, but that's like, but like they're not doing it with all the recruits. They just have somebody else in mind. Do they not?
Man, yeah, they're like,
Yeah,
"Either you're coming or you're not." And I was like, "No,
yeah.
like you're my first visit. I can't commit to you guys. Like, I don't know y'all like that." Ah, tough. But
I know.
it worked out well for us.
How many visits did you end up taking?
4 out the 5? I was trying to get to Miami. I was 17 at the time, so Pops was like, "No, we're not going." I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "It's Miami. It's the U." He's like, "You're just trying to go to Florida." I might be. I
I
might
I
be.
only went to I only went to UCLA and I only went to Washington State. I'm like, I don't know why I didn't go on more, but I
Yeah.
really didn't like. I didn't think I had it like that because, like you said, talking with the coaches, they would be like, like, what do you need to take a visit for? Like, what do you do? So I would feel like I was kind of like, you know what? I have real offers. I do
Right.
not want to mess these
I
up
know where to
because
piss them off.
I need to get cool. Like I'll go to
Nah.
UCLA. I go to this. I was like,
Man,
I can't be testing the waters too much.
I felt like I was the opposite. I was acting like offers didn't matter. I was like, "Nah." Tennessee coach came to visit. He said he was gonna offer me. I'm gonna take that as an offer. And I might have been blowing smoke out my like, nah, bro. They're like, they came in, they offered me. Like, it's fine. Like, they came in. It's good. Like, I'm gonna have more offers. It doesn't matter. And then I was like, I really don't want to go to many places. I look like U of A, ASU. ASU had a head coach change, and then it was like I was waiting on Oregon for real, and Oregon just
Yeah,
wasn't
Oregon was
fooling with me.
sick.
And bro,
Oregon actually
Oregon,
was it was Oregon between Oregon and Cal for my brother,
mm,
and I think it went down to the wire with that. But Oregon was like Oregon really never recruited me like that. I went to their junior day,
yeah,
and then they kind of fell off. I feel like it was kind of like that weight thing as well.
yeah,
But
bro.
Mike was gonna be I think Mike was an athlete for them. I don't know if they had him at running back or at linebacker.
Running back, safety, yeah, bro, yeah,
Yeah.
with y'all athleticism, there wasn't many places y'all couldn't play. I was wearing Oregon Duck gear all my whole sophomore year, like junior
It's so
year,
tough.
waiting, like waiting.
I actually came to this realization that like there's no like every school in the NCAA wants to be as cool as Oregon. You know what I mean? Like let's just keep it above. Like,
Right, I
like
mean, they got
as far
7,500
as
freaking
far
uniform changes.
as far as the merch and the bells and whistles and
Bro,
the tech, they're like they've always been the ones setting the bar on that. And I feel like, other people have cool things and cool traditions. And like, I'm not
right.
saying Oregon's the best, but I'm just saying like everybody tries to be as cool as them when it
Oregon
comes to
band was going
jerseys.
crazy at the time. Dennis Dixon was the
Oh
quarterback when
yeah.
I was coming up. I was like, "This dude's
Oh yeah.
elite."
Mm,
Man,
they have
anyways,
squats.
yeah, they came in and they like coaching staff came in and I was like balling in one game. I was like, yeah, they're going to send this offer. They sent it to my boy Deion Jordan, and I said, yeah, no, that makes sense.
That's a pretty solid offer from
That
Dion.
makes
Like,
yeah,
it's a pretty
yeah,
yeah, it's pretty. He was solid.
pretty yeah. I mean, he went number 3 overall later. Like, it's fine.
He's a good player. He's a good
Yeah,
player.
solid player, solid as solid as they come. I'm a 6'4" defensive end in high school, 270, and he's a 6'7.5", 220-pound D end, tight end, wide receiver.
Arms are like that's
Yeah,
what
7 foot wingspan. It's fine.
how,
He's
did like what weight have you always played at, or have you like
bro. I
has your
left
weight
high school at
changed?
270.
That's crazy.
6'4", 270. This year I played 6'4", 275.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I feel like that's
I mean, college. You saw me in college. I was bigger then. I probably like somewhere Cal. I got to like 3.
really.
We were 3-4
Oh
defensive
yeah,
end. So you know what I'm saying? That 4 eye, the 4 eye inside tackle shade to the inside of tight end. You got to play bigger ball.
I remember Cassius Marsh came into UCLA and he was like a 3 tech,
We've
and
talked about this Cassius March. He's a
he
little
came in way bigger, and like as he transitioned in college, like his whole body changed, and it actually set him up for the league better than
yeah,
I feel like he would have been originally.
no doubt. I still think I might have been the reason why he didn't come to Cal, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I think I hosted him, and he was just so
Ah,
he
man.
was like a 5-star at the time. I'm sure he was talking in third person. And I was like, this guy's knockout material. And then he had a hell of a run in the league. I said, you know what?
Yeah,
Good
oh,
for
yeah,
him.
he's one of the best athletes that I've ever seen. Period. Like he could swing a baseball bat, he could hit a tennis ball, golf ball. Like
Yeah.
he's just a phenomenal athlete.
Mm. Anyways, which we haven't even talked about USC. Clearly, I didn't get the offer. You didn't get the offer. And Pete Carroll coached my dad. I didn't get the offer, which is crazy.
But they did send me letters and, like, ask for tape and stuff like that. So, like,
Oh,
they did more than Cal, essentially.
yeah, yeah. Apparently,
I'm
Cal
just
drops
kidding.
the
I'm just
ball,
kidding.
bro. Like
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
we had Saquon Thompson at one point, whose brother is Shaq Thompson.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
Kendricks,
Yeah,
Eric
I know.
Kendricks.
Yeah.
Like we just don't go after
Eh,
family. Like what? Like
eh,
why wouldn't that translate?
yeah, that was he Saquon Thompson was baller too.
Baller, and his brother is even
I
first
mean,
round
obviously.
baller. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Like let's drop the ball. It's all right. Tosh Lupo is the coach, the new head coach over at Cal. Shit's changing. But anyways, let's get back to
That's full
NFL.
circle too, because he was the recruiter there, right? The
Yeah,
D-line coach.
yeah, yeah. He became the D line coach my
He's
sophomore
such a
year
good
there.
recruiter. Good dude.
Great dude. All right, let's get back to the NFL situation
Alright.
because I mean, you did, however, just beat a USC QB last Sunday. You know, you guys played the Bears with Caleb Williams, Roman Dunze, all just the Pac-12 remnants. I know they're already Big Ten by then. That's weird. It's weird to say out loud. But what was that? What was that game like? I mean, you guys go down to the wire, 42-38. Last one, the last one. I saw the frame where it was like you had DJ Moore in the corner end zone, waving his hands like pick me, pick me. Caleb out there wheeling and dealing, flailing, the fingernail paint with the spirals. Putting that thing on people.
It was gritty. I mean, it came down to the wire. I feel like watching the two offenses, go against each other was pretty nuts. I feel like we, as far as coordinators go, Shanahan and Ben Johnson are like the it's by me. This is me playing against both the teams. Me playing against both of them. There's just so many adjustments and so many changes they make during the game that
Yeah,
it's like a real chess match, real football, high IQ. So I feel like we definitely saw that. But it's gonna take just a little bit of grit on the
man.
Niners side that they got the dub.
Yeah, I was saying, look, when it comes down to it, it's like all these the pre-snap dressing. Like I'm just like, bro, like let's go do with the simplest game plan. I hate when we go in like, no, we got this check for the three by one. But if it's 3-by-1 and the tight ends at the point,
Mhm.
you're like, no, just simplify it for us. Like let's just make it dummy ball and let's just see how strong they are.
No, and I mean, and the like we talk about how complex both these offenses are, but at the same time, like quarterbacks now as well, like they're sliding. They're so athletic. They're much more agile. Obviously they have their times where they're in the pocket and they're obviously they need to make those throws in the pocket, but like
Right.
the ability to extend plays is
It's
like
a standard now. Like
it's a standard across the entire like it's crazy how it works and it's really changing the game. It's really fun to watch. You know what I mean? And
it's not fun to experience.
in certain cases, it's not as fun to be on the defensive side of it when you're going
Yeah.
against it. But man, it is cool to see where the game is changing and like how certain aspects of the game, they come and go, and then certain trends stay around a little bit longer, and then some trends have a small window, but then they come back full force. It's just crazy
Right.
how like the league just is ever changing. I think that's why I'm still in love with it.
Absolutely, bro. I was first got into the league, and you had like NFL Street was like Russell Wilson. Like Russell used to be like wheeling and dealing. The wide receivers would be like, "Oh, get loose, Tyler Lockett." Really, like
Hmm.
no route.
Baldwin,
Yeah, no route tree
yeah,
whatsoever. Like just doing what they want. Like, hey, guard me. Yeah, because this dude Russell's out here wheeling and dealing. We haven't seen this like this. Colin Kaepernick at the time, Cam Newton, and then
Aaron Rodgers used to just have it was just arrow slants. That was like
man,
2 by 2 arrow slants, and then someone get open,
someone
and
get
it was
open.
like, and now these offenses are like, you got to breathe. You got to they're drawing
Yeah,
stuff
it
up in
wasn't
the
a part of the
dirt.
vision, and now it's like, nah, yeah, this is what we want.
Yeah, now they're just levels.
Yeah, levels, concepts. They're running concepts. As a D lineman, I'm in the defense meeting, and they're like, "Yeah, you got to watch out for the Drago concept." Hey, I know what it's Dragon 7, bro. Hey, just hearing like foreign language, and now I'm like an outside linebacker. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it's
concepts.
real
Look
out
at us.
here.
I got to relate to two. Wait, but two become new two is okay. If there's emotion, oh, man, I'm on a whole new world, bro. This year has expanded my mind in so
Yeah,
many different ways. I
it's
say,
real.
yeah. So you know what? The shit that I've always had, like enjoyed ignoring, is no longer. I'm like, oh, I should have been listening. Who would have known the first
But
14
like it gives
years I
you
needed that
that
near 15?
respect though. Like that vision off the ball is crazy. Like, there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of
Yeah,
counting, a lot of like, you know, as my job, we're off the ball. We gotta look at formation, stacks, are we
right.
to the field, are we to the boundary? Where's the running back at? Who's the running back? Who's the receiver? It's a lot of like little pre-snap,
Adjustments. Man,
oh yeah.
oh my God. And I'm over here just trying to make sure my DNs go ahead and know that a nub's coming their side. I'm
Hey,
watching all this. They're like, bro, you didn't tell me it was nub. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That motion happened. I was worried about taking him to the flat. I was not worried about your nub. And now I get it. It comes full circle. Boom.
you gotta think,
Hell,
you gotta open your vision. You gotta open expand your
man,
vision.
third eye. I need a third eye on
Yeah.
the football team. Does it click that was there a little rivalry there because Caleb Williams went to USC versus the
No,
UCLA that you are?
no, I never played against him. I feel like I feel like with Jared Goff, it was like I played with Jared in college. You know what I mean? So like every time, and that Jared's my guy, but it's like every time we play against each other, it's like we matched up in college. We matched up when he was with the Rams. We matched up when he was with Detroit. It was
Right.
like I feel some type of,
Some
like
known
way, yeah,
animosity.
like
Yeah.
I know me and him have had some battles. It's like a little different. Caleb, it was just kind of like, man, what is this kid gonna do? Like, where is he gonna
Right.
run? Where's he? But
Running.
it was,
And
yeah, it was.
and he's faster than I thought he'd be.
Oh, he slides for sure.
Man. I said, what the hell? I said, oh, he really take off for real.
No, but
I
we never
said,
want to see quarterbacks have success, right?
never. No, no, no. Throw us that dub already, man. And now now we're on a winning streak. I was like, yo, could we have had this confidence at the beginning of the year? We out here like rolling in the cast like we don't even care who we play right now. We got Trash Atlanta coming up this weekend.
Man,
You
it's fun
guys,
to win, man. It's fun to
it's
win.
fun to win. It feels better winning.
It's fun to win. Winning's fun.
Golly. Now so you guys play for the number 1 seed this week, huh? Seattle. How's that feel? Yeah, I mean, you guys coming off a short week already.
Short week. I mean, I feel like the process of how things are done here is really well. It's really really good. So it's like I feel like we have that process now. We gotta stick to it. Study our opponent. Gonna have to watch some film after this probably.
Hmm.
Just be a pro. You know what I mean? It's that time of season. Stay locked in. And let's get the job done. Like, it's gonna be a big night game Saturday. I mean, what more do you want? I feel like this is what the greats of, this is what anyone when we were kids, this is what we wanted. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is what dreams are made of. So like, let's go live our dreams, man. Let's take advantage of the opportunity. Let's have fun doing it.
Man, before you sign with the Niners, were you looking at any other NFC teams? Like at this point, I'm out of it, so I'm sort of just like hating on everybody. I've got some like I hope everybody loses. But which NFC team looks strong to you? The entire NFC West feels like it's a
Yeah, I
strong
mean,
division.
there was I had my eyes on a bunch of teams who I thought, would be a good fit for me as far as like culture wise and like, obviously they have to have a need for me as well too. So it's like
Right.
it can't just like it's gotta be a double sided type of relationship as well. So I feel like there was a couple, but I feel like just being where I'm at now is like
Yeah.
just everything just makes complete sense and it just feels right. So I'm happy about it.
Yeah, fight for the number 1 seed. You can feel that type of way. Like
Yeah, and I mean, just this is the most football I've ever watched in the entire year. Like,
what do you mean?
just I mean, like most football on TV wise. Like,
Hmm.
I the last 10 years I've been watching.
Stop. Been on
11
the
years.
iPad. Yeah, we're on
I watching,
the pro
who even in back to college. We got USC. We got we got the
Right.
Rams. Whatever. I'm watching that film majority of my time during the week. I barely watch the TV copy of any games, but this is the most I've been like sitting on the couch watching a lot of football games, having you could put the 4 different screens up at once.
No, I don't
I'm
know.
like, man, when I figured that out, I was like, oh, I'm
Oh, we're
cooking now.
lit.
I'm watching, boom, boom, watching all these games. I enjoyed
NFL
it
Red
though.
Zone for real.
But yeah, but I really realized like, okay, as I sat back and looked at, a lot of like, qualities in these teams, like, uh, what the thing that I liked about the Niners was just like they were just getting it, like they were just scrappy, and obviously it wasn't as clean. They had some adversity, but it was just, the scrap was there, and I love that scrap. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's just like
Right.
coming from. We talked about, how low, 3-star recruits. You know what I mean? you got to get grounded, you got to get scrappy. So I just like that a lot, when I was watching it from afar, and glad to
I'll
be a
say,
part of it now.
I'll say Nick Bosa goes down, Bryce Huff all of a sudden turns it up. You got you talk about Brock Purdy goes down, Mac Jones enters his own era.
Exactly.
Next man up, next man up mentality, and it's like they don't miss a beat. I understand it. From the other side, I'm like, so I love when good defense is playing well.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I think it's the testament to like the lock. Like I said, we talked about the locker room earlier. It's locker room and coaching, like
yeah.
and just the standard is standard.
Like heading to year 11, how you treating your body? Like, has your routine changed in terms of how you take care of your body, how you watch film?
I've had a great routine. I mean, like this. I think that's what's propelled me to get to this point. Obviously, there's been little adjustments and little nuances that I add or subtract as it goes along. But I as I was on a team this whole year, was very diligent in my training, was very diligent in my body work and maintenance, and just kind of just kept that. That was a huge thing about me coming here as well, as like, the body work is elite. And I had some contacts in the area who are, I just kind of took my place on my team back at home. So I just kind of took it from there. But I feel great. Shoot, I mean, that was the longest I had gone without hitting anybody,
Right.
like, since I was in 6th grade.
Body
So it was
body
like,
felt amazing touching the field.
I started feeling like I was like, "Whoa," like, I haven't felt this
My
good, like.
shoulders are attached.
So,
Man,
yeah, body's doing good. I stick to my routine. Study habits are great. Yeah, I'm a pro's pro, man. I just wanna get it done and help out any way I can.
right, to a Super Bowl contender, which would be, if you guys make it to the dance in Palo Alto, because I refuse to call it a San Francisco Super Bowl. Like your stadium is so far removed from the actual Bay. It's like the Warriors saying
It's
they're
like
part
LA
of the Bay
though. It's
Area.
like
Like,
that's what I
no,
figured. I realized that, like, the Bay is,
huge.
it's different than LA, but because it's like it has the Bay running through it, obviously.
Right.
But like it takes getting around in LA is like, it'll take you an hour to get here, take you 30
Right.
minutes to get here, 45 minutes to get here. So it's like it's kind of like me going to Oakland, me going to, San Francisco, me going to Palo Alto, me going, it's like, okay.
I see what you
Yeah,
did there. You threw the two Bay Area cities out there, then you threw Palo Alto. No, no, I don't
well,
agree.
San Jose,
Right.
Santa Clara, whatever. I'm still new to
Santa
the South
Clara.
Bay, so,
Yeah. Touche. I mean, what would it be like to like? Yeah, we'll talk about this later. You hit the Super Bowl. But I'm calling you immediately. Like, ain't no way both Kendrick brothers get a Super Bowl. That'd be fire. Good
I
for
will
you.
be.
Yeah, since I'm not in the playoff running, I can root for you. Like
Thanks.
frick, frick. Ah. Um. Yeah. I like when I think about where you're at now, and you have like this upcoming game, you treat it sort of like a Super Bowl. If with everything on the line, a number one seed, like your top of your division is clutch.
You need that. I feel like the focus has to be just like, I mean, it can't, like, you want to be the same guy every week, but like
Yeah,
focus this week needs to be like
locked in.
locked in, like, you know what I mean? Like focus from here on out. I feel like you said, every game is like almost play for him now. So you got to be
Yeah,
locked in.
absolutely. I just thought about this. You had like the most time you've ever had off this season. Did you add any new cars to the collection? I know you're a big car guy.
I did add a new car this off season, and it was a 1986. You got to look this up. A 1986 Honda CRX. I told you I'm going to teach you how to drive a manual in it.
Yeah, yeah, bro. You've been saying that.
I'll teach you how to drive stick shift. It'll be hard to get in initially, but once you get in it, you'll fit in it.
You and Daniil Hunter, bro. Like I don't understand how he's a car guy. He's taller than me.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
he's definitely he's
whoa,
the biggest car guy.
what the hell is this? If
Uh,
this a souped up, you just see things off like Fast and Furious, the original one. Like hell yeah,
my neighbor had a CRX growing up. He had a CRX, and I used to walk by it on the way home from school, and it was a red one, and I was like, man, one day I'm gonna get one of
bro.
those.
I literally just looked up the
Yeah,
CRX and it was the red one. Nah, just like this.
but I got a black one though, so it's clean.
Uh,
Hey, I'm telling you, when you come to LA,
yeah.
we'll set up some cameras, and we'll teach
Oh
you
my
how to
god.
drive
Don't set up
drive
no cameras,
manual.
bro.
No,
Bro,
it'll be good. It'll be chill.
I'm scarred. My brother's first car was a manual, bro. He had a Suzu Rodeo four banger, and I stalled out so many times, like in an
But does
intersection. I'm good.
Listen, you stalled out, but you didn't have someone to teach you like me. I'm gonna teach
No,
you
I
like
taught
the right
myself.
way. I'm gonna teach you the right way. Cause I
Right.
remember when I had to learn the first, originally,
Yeah.
there was the way. I mean, no shade on my mom, no shade on my
Right.
mom at all. Love moms, love you, mom. But the way my mom taught me how to drive stick shift
Yeah.
versus how my dad taught me at the time,
Mm.
it was two different like styles. So now like I have my own style of teaching, and I think I'm really I can get you going pretty
The
quick.
instructor. Yay. I taught myself because my brother refused to teach me because my parents refused to like forbade him to teach me.
He didn't want to share the car.
Right. No, I think it was more along the line. No, no, I was perfectly fine with him driving me everywhere. Like I had a chauffeur. My older brother was elite at that. But I was like, I like to trick off on like random like side missions. And so I'd steal his car and like roll over there, like, what are you gonna do? Tell parents so that I stole the car? No, you have to cover for me. You're my older brother. You have to cover for me. I used to stall out and like probably was ruining the gear, like the little gear plate. I did it.
Jack,
Man, janking that thing. Just to go get a Slurpee, roll over at Sonic. Shout out to the old, or I'd ride over to freaking Little Caesars for $5 pizza.
dude, $5 pizzas. I used to buy $5 pizza, take them to lunch. I used to eat 5 slices. I used to sell the other five for my
Hustle.
$5 back.
Everybody does. Yeah, everybody. Hey, I got two
I used,
slices for $1. What's up?
I used to just all right, get my money back. My stomach's
I'm
full.
winning. Yeah, I'm
Easy.
winning. Hey, what's your favorite car of all time?
Favorite car of all time? Ooh, I'll say three. I'll say um Ferrari F40. That's
Mm.
one. I'll say the Porsche Carrera GT.
Mm.
That's one of my newer ones. And I'll say a R34 Nissan GTR. I
Hmm.
just love those cars.
I know the Nissan GTR. There was words before that meant nothing to me. But
It was the model. It was
okay,
the type. Yeah,
yeah, okay, sure.
that's hard because I like. That's my list. Like I have like a bigger list, but
Yeah.
that's a nice short, concise list.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Mine used to be an Eleanor. I saw it in Gone in 60
Yeah,
Seconds, and I said, "Yeah, of course, I want that." Then I found out.
I like a Ford GT over Eleanor
Mm.
personally. Like
Mm.
a 2005 Ford GT.
I mean,
That's,
I'm more along the lines of like a 67 like Super B, but
but hey, but you're
I
a
know.
Porsche guy too. You
I
like
you
Porsches
got
as
like
well.
I knew I always wanted a Porsche, and one day I'll get it. I probably this birthday, like by my birthday, I'm probably gonna get my first
Let's do
like
it.
fast car. I told you I was waiting for allocation. It should be,
Okay, okay,
what I'm
okay. It's
saying?
on
It's
its way. It's
coming.
cooking out.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay.
So by the time birthday rolls around July, baby,
Bro,
I should.
just you'll
I got.
never go wrong with that car. The Porsches are bulletproof. It's just like
Wait,
they're
is that
durable.
true?
They're great value.
Wait, did you make that up? Porsches are
Bulletproof.
they're bulletproof?
I mean, I'm just saying, like you could drive your Porsche to the racetrack, race it all day, and then just
Ah,
drive it home and just
because
go about your
it's
day.
meant for
It's
performance. You can't
they're
you can't tell
just
me it's bulletproof, bro. I will
yeah,
take you
they're
at word value.
durable. They're
Ah,
durable. They're very durable and
I'm
they're
like, shoot it.
reliable.
I'm like, shoot it. Eric told me he's a
Because I
car
mean,
guy.
hey, when you start going with these expensive cars, and they have issues, it gets pricey. So like,
Mm,
if you spend your money on a Porsche, like it's gonna last. Like
yeah.
it's gonna be better value.
Well, I accept that. Just you know what I want. I want that GT3 RS. I want that little
Yeah.
tail fin
Yeah.
wing. I need the hard RPMs while I'm going. I need people to be like, how the hell did he fit in that thing?
Yeah. Oh no,
I want
they
that.
had bubble top though. Like
Now,
so, the Porsches have the
I
bubble
fit
top.
great, bro. I
Yeah,
felt great.
exactly,
It was me and my D tackle Brian Brzee. We both hopped in that thing. I
exact.
said,
Because once you get in it, you're sitting, you're in the
low.
bucket. Yeah, exactly, and then the top of the Porsche is like this, so your head could fit in it really good. You
I was like,
know?
yo, I can get in here. I said, yeah, this is
Uh
happening.
huh. Yeah.
Just gotta figure out the right time. I gotta find a fire watch and a car. Now tell me about this smiley face tattoo, bro. Like you keep throwing it up there, and
Right here.
I'm like, but why there though? Like it's just so random in between the pinky and
So
the thumb.
I was with a bunch of friends and we were on a bachelor party and we were in Barcelona and it was like there's 10 guys at a party, everyone's like, Eric, you're not down to get a tattoo? And I'm like, let's all get tattoos of smiley faces. Like, you're not down. And I'm like, I'm down. At this point, I have no
Oh,
tattoos. Like,
this is your first
I'm like,
tattoo.
yeah, I'm like, cool, whatever. Let's
Right.
get one. And then everyone's like, all right, I'm gonna get one on my thigh. And I was just kind of like, I don't want a smiley face on my thigh. Like, if I'm gonna get a smiley
Right.
face, I was like, I want to get it on my hand. And if I get it on my hand, it's gotta have red eyes.
Hmm.
So I just like, but if you can see, like, the guy who did the tattoo,
Yeah.
he had I was like one of the last people to go. So at that point, over he was mad that he had to tat eight grown ass
Right.
men, like,
With a little smiley face.
smiley
Yeah.
faces. Like, he as an artist, he's probably
I'm better than this.
like this smiley faces. Like, obviously we're paying,
Right.
but like at the same time, it was like he was
Hmm.
annoyed. So you could see that you can see the reflection of him being annoyed in my tattoo, which is a great thing to take with
It's
me.
not a smile, it's a
So
grimace.
I think I like it is better that it's not connected. Like, the circle isn't fully
Mhm.
connected. I like that it has a little character to the, like,
He's
it's not
like, "Get out
perfect.
my face."
I'm not perfect. Why would my first tattoo be
Mm.
perfect? You know,
So that was the first one. I didn't know that was the first.
that was my
Dang.
first.
Well, I'm gonna get me one. All I got is the wedding band, bro. That's all I'm the only one locked in. I'm like, I'm locked in. If I don't wear a wedding ring, I got my wedding, like, I'm tatted in. I'm inked in. Blood in, blood out.
You got a what? Oh, you got it tatted
Yeah.
on you?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. You
Nice.
know,
I got
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the only one I got. I'm like, show your tat. I'm like, I gotta show. Now wifey's like, yo, it's faded over the years. No shit.
time to
Yeah,
re up. I need to get my ring
yeah.
done.
I mean, yours,
I'm not gonna touch my smiley though. Smiley needs to it needs to stay bad. I needed to stay as bad as possible. I wish he did worse on it,
bro.
honestly.
Why between the knuckles, Joe? Like,
I just feel like it was a good place to put it. Like,
like it's random.
I don't know.
It makes me want to do like one of these, like, take your thumb and like
That's the
wipe
thing
it
is
off. Like, hey, bro, you got some dirt on
people
you.
think people think it's a stamp. Like, sometimes, like, is that a stamp? No, it's tattoo.
Mm.
I need some street cred on the end of that. You know,
Put some respect on my smiley face.
I need some street cred. You
Touche.
know, I need that. I need that.
Touche.
I sat through that.
What are you looking for? What are you looking forward to next? Not tattoo wise. Not Are you still pushing the curl activator? No.
Oh yeah, I got curl
Curl
cream.
cream.
I got curl cream. Oh, I got that on deck. Switch lanes curl cream.
That's what it was. Look, I didn't want to just
Mhm.
misstep on the switch lanes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I just, I think that I think there was a lot of things that I'm interested
Mhm.
in. As far as obviously football is, I
Yeah,
love
absolutely.
football, always will. But like, I have a passion for cars. You know that. I have a passion for um, getting to know people's story as well. I feel like that would be a avenue that I would be curious to join on. Like, I feel like, you do the
Yeah,
podcast thing. I would want to be asking. I like asking questions too to
yeah.
people. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
It's always
So
fun to know their why.
I agree. So I think that would be, interesting. I'm just excited to see my kids grow up. You know
Mm.
what I mean? It's cool.
Papa of two now.
I'm a father
Man,
now.
you a whole
I'm a
dad,
father
bro.
now. I got a baby boy and a baby
Mm.
girl. What's
Uh,
up? What's
Go
up,
get snipped,
children?
bro. Go get snipped now. Trust me. I had baby boy first, baby girl after, then I had girl. I don't know if any man's ready to have more than one daughter. That shit's real.
I I am
There
snipped.
we go. Yeah, that's what welcome to the gang. Welcome to the gang.
Um, but yeah, boy, girl, it's pretty perfect
Pretty
for me.
perfect. They're like, hey, look at us. I got two hands. God gave me two eyes. I can watch both of them. I'm over here playing zone coverage,
Uh,
bro, and just like,
wait, how old are your kids now?
bro.
How old is
I
everybody
got a
now?
10. Tank's 10 at the very top. Glo-
That's
Glory's
crazy.
9. Nia's 7. Chanel just turned 5. Yeah, I got 10 through 5, and everybody's active, and everybody got multiple sports. And I'm looking at my wife like,
Is five just sitting there, just like absorbing everything? He's being like, he just fully
no,
understands. Like,
bro, she's
has a,
mean. She don't.
she's
She's
mean.
mean. She's the tail end. She's the COVID baby, bro. Yeah,
Love
she's
that.
socially inept. Like, COVID baby, bro. Like, if it's not her mom, she really don't like us. She, and to be clear, she just doesn't like me. Like, I'm like, yo, everybody loves me, not her. She's like, hey, bro.
That's that. You know what though? She's gonna give you a run the whole. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
she made it known. She's like, you're not my favorite. I'm like, you know what? I don't have a ranking system because that would hurt your feelings if I did.
And I just feel like all the like So I feel like I like to categorize myself as being a good kid. You know what
Right.
I mean? Like being pretty easy for my parents to manage. But I'm a smart ass
Yeah.
though. So like yeah, I may do the right thing. Yeah, you can count on me. But like if you say, "Oh, Eric, did you did you do your homework?" I'm gonna be like, "No, I didn't." Like,
Oh, no,
"Oh
no,
my
I'm in
gosh,
trouble.
it's due
What am I
tomorrow."
gonna do?
And then they'd be like, "Eric," and I'd be like, "Of course I did my homework." Like, I'm just gonna get so like the amount of hard times I gave my parents for no reason, just
Yeah.
because like at a trivial for
Yeah.
me, I feel like that if I get that back is gonna be like,
One of them was gonna be just like you.
I know. So once I start getting messed with in that way, that's when I realize that I'm gonna lose all control because then that's gonna be
Karma. Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be a big spoon of my own
Yeah.
medicine for
Parent
sure.
karma. It happens. Y
And I also like instigate sometimes too, where it's like if two people have a disagreement, I kind of like
fan the
you know what I mean?
flames.
I get a bowl of pop,
I I wouldn't let that shit happen to me, though.
I get a bowl, I get a, I get a bowl of popcorn. You know what I mean? Like kind of, so like that is like those are the two things I worry about the
Mm.
most. Everything else is great.
Well, I mean, that's fair. I mean, you're the middle child of the 3, the lower 3,
Mhm.
you know? So the second born son, I always say, is the best child anyway, so it just is what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. Thanks for validating me.
I'm like, the first kid's a child kid, then the second kid, we're the best, and then there's the third kid, you're like, "Oh, we're done now."
So what are you excited about? What are
Man,
you?
come on. In 5 days, I've never actually been out of contract before. I've never played without guaranteed money. I've never really been out of contract. We're hitting a whole new stratosphere here, you know?
Mhm.
The only goal I think I had for this year was I was like, find a way to get to 125. That happened. And so I had to readjust goals, like make 130 if possible. And now I got 131 sacks. So like I'm in mode of, all right, what next? I gotta get to 135. Let's get double digits and we'll see what takes us. So we'll hit 10 sacks this week. I'm at 9.5. It's time. I need
It's
yeah. I thought I had the 10 sack. I finished, bro. I closed out the game last week with what should have been a sack strip fumble on Cam Ward, but it was a strip. So it was a forced fumble. I think listed as a forced fumble, and he picks up the ball, throws it, and they called it incomplete. I'm like, well, that's still a sack strip fumble or whatever.
No, it's
It's
not.
not, allegedly. But he was,
He's the
bro, he
forced
was in.
fumble because he picked it up and he picked it
Yeah,
up and
but you
threw
can't
it.
throw
You
you
didn't
can't throw
sack
the
him.
ball twice in a play. He was in throwing motion, ball comes out, that's sack strip. So then he picks it up and
But you
boom.
sacked, but you no, no,
That
no,
makes
no, no,
zero
no, no, no.
sense. That's
See, now
dumb.
I know the truth. Now I
You
know the
can't throw
truth.
twice in a play
If you no, because you forced a fumble. It's
in a
not a
in a throwing
it's not
motion.
a throw if it's a fumble.
It's a
No,
strip.
because if it's a throwing motion, then it's an incomplete
Right,
pass.
right. Sack strip though. That's just like
No, no,
this. This is what I
no.
don't get.
It's a strip fumble. Yes,
In
if he
in a
jumps on the
in a
ball and then
quarterback about to
if
throw it.
if if he jumps on the ball and then you tackle him, sack fumble. If you guys get the ball, sack fumble. If he picks the ball up and throws it downfield,
No,
no, incomplete
that's the
pass.
second time he's thrown. That's dumb. That's like when the quarterbacks have like threw a ball and it like, what was
But
that,
he didn't
Marcus
throw it the
Mariota?
first time because
But
he didn't throw it the first time because it was a fumble.
but it was a
If
throwing
he threw it the
motion.
first time, I think you should take the fumble on
I,
this, bro.
damn the fumble. I'm going for legacy here, bro. Damn the fumble. Yeah, it was gonna be a fumble regardless. It was a sack strip fumble.
You should have. But how fast did he pick it
Like
up?
like it was
Was it
a
like super
perfect bounce,
athletic?
bro. It's just like
Like ta ta
he,
ah ah ooh.
ah. Ugh. It was a perfect
He
bounce.
couldn't
Yeah,
even get
like,
on him. He was
yeah,
just like,
bro.
yeah,
I hit the ground.
These
It
quarterbacks are
fumbled. I
crazy, bro.
popped right back up, and by then he had already got the ball
These
and
quarterbacks are
spun.
nuts.
And
Yeah.
what the fudge, bro? Like, just be unathletic. Be
hmm
like, like the Philip Rivers, Bennett Roethlisbergers of the old world.
If the ball, if you got lucky, if the ball fumbled, just jump on it. Like, why are you making it?
Like what we
Why are you
told you.
doing
Yeah,
something
we
crazy
get it, bro. You're
courageous?
21 and your body feels amazing. We get it. He's been hit a couple times. And like, no, he doesn't have like the wear and tear of a 10-year vet. No, he's year one and out there acting as such. Bro, he's standing in the pocket, slipping out, like running around. Bro, he looked like a little kid in the backfield.
Yeah, he made some impressive
Bro,
impressive throws for
impressive.
sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously we watched a lot of film, but watching this film because we
OD.
played him a few weeks ago.
OD.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
Bro, hey, I hit a gator roll on him, bro.
Bro.
Like, hit him with a sack, gator roll. I got the first sack off a technicality. Like, he was falling forward and, like, dimed one, bro. Like, dimed one.
But then his
But
knee
knee touched
touched.
ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
why are you
Because
complaining?
it should have been a 2-piece, not a 1-piece. Like, I'm greedy.
No, because he didn't fumble. He didn't
That's
throw the
crazy.
ball. He
That's
fumbled the
crazy.
ball,
I'll see
and
these
then he picked
pictures
it up.
later.
Then
Just know.
he picked it up and threw it.
Ah! Out of the way. We call game.
At least you don't know what it's like to get a sack taken from you by a defensive end.
It's not. We earned that. You're never. I've gone through this conversation with Double D, Demar Davis, so many times. When a linebacker's like, "Oh, I got a sack," nobody is ever going to talk about how many sacks you've ever had in your career. They're going to talk about
Hold on, but that's it. There's so many things. There's so many things like that come up for having sacks, and you know it. Sacks are important for everybody. But this is the difference between linebackers and defensive ends getting. This is the difference between linebackers and defensive ends getting sacks, and like when linebackers get a sack, okay, we get a sack, and then we're wrapping him up, bringing it down, and you guys may jump in and get a little piece of it before he hits the ground. Cool. That turns into you guys that weekend after the game. Linebackers are just moving on to the next game. We're worried about, close left, close right, where the blitz is coming from. We're worried about the next game at this point. D linemen are putting up an argument for getting a half a sack on that. And then all of a sudden, when we're about to play the next game, we look back and are like, wait, I thought I got a full sack for that. Oh no, Cam took half of my sack for that, even though I had him fully wrapped up myself. And then it's just like, what do I argue about? Do I care this much about the half sack? Because I know Cam does.
Definitely do.
I know he's gonna put up the argument.
In terms of the legacy, bro, nobody cares. You could have 30 sacks in your career. Guess what? Only you and other linebackers care. I'll say he might have fallen off already. It's all right. I'll wrap it up from here. Lord. Anyways, I appreciate my guy Eric Kendricks popping up on the podcast. Everything that he does has always been a consummate pro. I've known him from the time he was a teenager to now he's a grown man, all-pro, Pro Bowler. He's just a consummate pro. The way that he's taking the field, I always love talking with my guys. Thank you so much, Eric, for joining the podcast. And of course, this is Off the Edge with me, your host, Cam Jordan. To all the listeners, viewers, I appreciate y'all. Tap in where you can. Find the podcast on iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, all of the podcast platforms, and especially now, NFL's YouTube page. Shout out Off the Edge with me, your host, Cam Jordan. Appreciate y'all. God bless. We're into the final week of the year. Saints got the Atlanta Falcons, and they're playing at such a high level. We got to go in with the game plan, and we got to go execute. We got to play our brand of football. Now, I don't know where that leads us implication-wise. I've been told we can get as high as like second in our division. I don't give a damn about none of that because I can't make the playoffs. All I care about is walking out with this win. We got to go into Atlanta and show, we are the better team. We have things that, we caught a hot streak, undefeated in December, won our games in November. The fact that we're rolling now, peaking at the right time, just not in the right position. It sucks because I think we got a great locker room. I think we've got great talent on our team. And now we have to reposition ourselves for whatever's to come as an offseason does. Because come Monday, it's officially offseason for the New Orleans Saints. But for the rest of the league, they'll enter playoffs. I'll judge them biasly because I think if every year is a black and gold Super Bowl, but it's not, I'm heavily disappointed. And we'll talk about it next week. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. God bless. Who dat? Always. Levels forever. Peace.